Okay, hi and welcome, guys. It's me, Henrik from the XYZ Playground, sitting here today with a co-founder, Deborah. And today we're thinking about exploring the topic of change management. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and ask you, Deborah, how communication can help implementing change within an organization.
So first of all, thanks for your time. I think that communication is actually a very strong tool to help implementing change in an organization. So, humans really like their habits and their routines, and it's a good thing because routines kind of make us more efficient. If we know we have something to do, we can save our energy that we need to process tasks. So I think that it's really important to communicate in an organization why there is an urgency for change. I think that you have to build kind of a mission and a vision. Like, what are we targeting? What are like potential shortcomings that we have right now? How are perhaps competitors ahead of us, and how can we catch up?
Yeah.
Um, so
So
I
yeah.
think, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, because if nothing is going wrong at the moment, if everything is going pretty fine, people will just like to go on doing their business as usual. So you
Exactly.
mean that you sort of need to communicate what is going to happen if we don't change, like
Yes,
paint that
exactly.
picture.
And yeah, so thus you have to kind of set a climate for change, right? Um, I think another thing that is really important is that you are very transparent in your actions, and that you look at your organization, and you look at who are potentially early adopters, who are a little more willing to change or are jumping on it quicker than perhaps others. How can I operationalize that? How can I perhaps build like a changing coalition, just a little um, group of people that are well connected in the company, so that they can inspire others that they have good connections with to also follow the change. And yeah, then further, how can I also engage employees in the change management? Like, how can I get feedback? How can I, you know discuss perhaps mm, some like fears or anxieties they have, or what are the major obstacles they're facing in that implementing of change, and how can I get rid of them?
Yeah.
And yeah,
So,
I think that
let's
sorry.
say you're a manager, and you have established, or you yourself you see a potential future where you need to adapt and change beforehand, or maybe it's already changing and you just have to get along. Is there like in just speaking of communication, is there like a step by step way that you have sort of by doing this, or which are the important steps to just initiating communicating about change?
Yes, so I think the first step would be setting this climate for change. So that would be stressing the urgency, creating a vision, creating a mission. And then the next one is, how do I get my employees engaged? How do I empower them to act on that change? And there you can, that's when you look at obstacles and try to remove them. That's when you collect feedback and kind of understand how your employees are thinking about it. And you have to also encourage risk taking, right? Encourage new ideas and new approaches, so that people get less like scared of just doing something that is perhaps a little different, perhaps a little unconventional.
Yeah.
And I think the last step would be the full implementation, and where you keep on working with the feedback that you get, where you keep on improving, and where you also emphasize how new behavior and adaptation to that change helps the company in its performance, and you stress that this is actually contributing to the company's success.